Good morning, everybody. Mac here. Welcome back to the show. It is morning, time of recording. It is still dark outside. You may even hear the birds start to chirp and sing as the video goes on. But it is day one of Walmart CollectorCon, and for some reason, during these online cons, I love getting up before the sun rises to bring you this smiling face. Now, with Walmart CollectorCon, we typically get like a preview of what's to come, and the closer that we get to it, the more they release, the more they show. This year, they haven't really seemed to be doing that. There's only been one new release, which we'll get to, or at least one new reveal rather, which we'll get to in a moment. But also, the thing that I find interesting is that if you look at the landing page, there is much less fanfare for the CollectorCon this year than there has been. At least that's what I feel. And also, I'm looking at it right now. The landing page is kind of like relegated to just one page of product, of goods, of toys. Usually there's like 2 pages. There doesn't seem to be as much released this year, which makes me think of something that I commented on the last, the Target Fall Geek Out, that it really seems like these online events, or these like big box store online cons, really seem to be dwindling, like in the enthusiasm of the fan base, in the enthusiasm of even the manufacturers like Mattel and Hasbro and NECA. I don't know, what's your feel on them? It just feels like these aren't sustaining nearly as long as I think Target and Walmart had hoped they would, or they're figuring they got their money's worth out of it. It was something to boost sales during the pandemic, and if it dies off, it dies off. So be it. Let me know what you think, because like I think it's a very interesting trend that it seems to just be petering out. And so much to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if this year is the last year that we have a Walmart CollectorCon and we have a Target Fall Geek Out. Just some thoughts by me. Let me know what you think about that, and let's get going. I have my coffee. I'm ready to go. Like I said, there's only been one new reveal since the last time I talked about this on Sunday. Also, keep in mind that at the time I'm recording this, the CollectorCon for me hasn't actually gone live yet. That will happen at, what is it? That'll happen in about 2.5 hours from where I'm at. So there could be more that gets revealed when this goes live, but I really don't think there's going to be much else. Now, I'm not going to talk about everything that's here. There's a huge showing from Hasbro. Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, Transformers. They really seem to be dominating the page right now. There's some from Mattel as well, but it's mostly WWE. And there is 2 from the Masterverse that we'll be taking a look at. And we've actually already looked at them, so it's not even anything new. But yeah, it just seems like Hasbro and Mattel are dominating the scene. There's some showing from NECA. There's at least one thing from Playmates. And that's really about it. Like, there's 2 collector packs for Hot Wheels. But yeah, there just doesn't seem to be... I'm amazed there's no Funko Pops now that I'm looking at this. Like, Funko Pops is usually like what fuels something like this. But let's get to the single new reveal that we have, and that is this guy. NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mirage Comics Choate 7-inch scale. $49.96, $50. Now, this is from Mirage Comics, and I think NECA has been doing a really good job with the Mirage Comics figures, coming from somebody that doesn't collect them. But I did read Mirage Comics, and I really liked that look, that aesthetic. When I was reading Mirage Comics, the only thing in color was the covers. The interiors were black and white. So it's also really cool to me getting to see some of these characters in color for the first time, like the Triceratons, for example. That was pretty cool for me, getting to see them in color, like in that Mirage style. Now, having said all of that, I don't remember this dude. I don't remember this dude at all. I remember the Triceraton story arc, but I don't think he comes from that. This might be... I think there was a story arc where the turtles went back in time to Japan. I think that's where they met up with Yosagi. Maybe he's from that, because he kind of looks like Old World with the dual swords, the cloth goods cape. That cape looks really cool, by the way. That cape looks really BA. I really like the look of that. And then his shield and torch. So I don't remember him. And I feel kind of bad because he looks really cool. Like, he looks really cool. I wish I could remember him. But I don't... Oh, that's not a shield. I just saw this picture when I was cycling through it. That's not a shield. That's a rice hat. He's definitely from Japan. I don't know who this dude is, but he's definitely from Japan. Now, NECA also has another one that they have showing off. It is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Archie Comics Stump Wrestling Ace Duck. $49.96. Didn't read Archie Comics. Don't know what this lunatic is all about. I know who Ace Duck is. Don't know about Ace Duck and his wrestling gear. But that really seems to be the only new offerings from NECA. These two TMNT figures. They do have some older 2-packs for sale on the landing page, but they're not being sold by Walmart. They're being sold, I think, by like third-party resellers, because you have the NECA TMNT Splinter and Shredder 2-pack for $129.89, and then you have the TMNT movie Shadow Warriors 2-pack, and that's going for $119.95. Yeah. Now, let me just check on these. I don't think these are being sold by Walmart. I think this is old stock that is being sold by somebody else. Yeah, these are third-party resales that are on the CollectorCon landing page. But they're there if you haven't gotten them yet, and you don't mind the markup. Now, before we get to Hasbro, let's just talk about Mattel, because there are two pieces from Mattel that I'm going to be very interested in. Both of them are from Masterverse, and the first one that we're going to be taking a look at is this guy right here. Masters of the Universe, Masterverse Vintage Collection Faker action figure. $21.74. Like we talked about on Sunday, in case you missed that, this is basically built off of it's basically a repaint, actually, of the 40th anniversary He-Man, which I don't have a problem with that. I really like that version of He-Man. I think that's a really cool look for a Masterverse figure. Gave us a new buck, gave us a new body. They haven't used it since they used it for that version of He-Man. So let's be honest, we knew it was going to be Faker. And I'm really hoping that they will give us a third version of this body in the form of the Anti-Eternia He-Man in the vintage collection. Like, I would love to see like the black and red version of this for Anti-Eternia. I think that would be really cool. And Mattel likes, like, what action figure company doesn't like their repaints? I feel like Mattel will see that as, you know, an easy figure to put out there, one that the fans would probably snag up. I know I'd snag them, and I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on Faker this morning. So that's one that's going in my cart. Really dig that. I like how the control panel on his chest, I think there is a close-up photo of it here. Let me see if I can find that. Maybe not. But I think that the control panel on his chest is actually a piece that's glued on. I don't think it's a decal. I don't think it's a paint app. I think it's a physical piece that's underneath his skeleton armor, his Skeletor armor. I like that the armor is orange, but the weapons and the shield are gold. If they would have done it in that bright orange, I think that would have been too much. That would have been too gaudy. I like that they kind of just upgraded it, gave him He-Man's gear, but made it gold. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's Faker. It's an easy grab. Who doesn't want to get their hands on Faker? If you got He-Man and you've started the vintage collection, you're going to snag this Faker. The other one that is a definite must grab for me is the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia She-Ra action figure. 2197. Y'all know I love my She-Ra. I really liked the Princess of Power figure. She did have some problems though. She had some issues that I don't think this figure is going to fix. I still think she's going to be far shorter and smaller than what she should be. I would love for them to put out a proper She-Ra figure that is sized up. Like, doesn't need to be like big and bulky, but should at least be tall as He-Man. Like, every time we see the two of them together, they can look each other in the eye. And it kind of bothers me that they scaled She-Ra down as much as they did. Like, she's so short that she almost, like, fits into the 5.5 line. But this one, I think, is like a beautiful reimagining of She-Ra. I love the all-white dress that she's wearing. She has that classic vintage-style headgear. The sword of protection and her shield are both like a really nice golden color. And I like how the sword of protection is very much sort of like in between the sword that came with the vintage figure that had like the round, the rondo in the middle for the jewel, whereas this kind of looks like the sword of power or the on-screen sword of protection, just missing the side tongs coming up off of the side of it. So I really dig that. I think that's cool. This is another one that's going to get, you know, put into my bag, and I'm looking forward to that one as well. Now, jumping into Hasbro. Hasbro has some Black Series figures that are going on pre-order today. We have the Black Series Tactical Special Ops Trooper. We have the Black Series Revenge of the Sith Kit Fisto action figure. We have the Black Series Count Dooku from Revenge of the Sith. And while I don't collect Black Series, there's at least one that I think I'm going to try to get my little paws on, and that is Star Wars The Black Series R2-D2 Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why I want R2. The only Black Series figures I really collect are the KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic figures, and I have a few special releases here and there, like the new card back Vader that came out last year. I grabbed that. I have Jaina Solo. I have some of those types, but like for some reason I'm really digging this R2-D2. Now I believe this is built off of the new astromech droid body that came out last year, and as far as I know, this is basically a reissue of that figure. The biggest difference being, let me find the picture, is that he has his prequel jets that you can tab onto his legs. Was never a big fan of those, but it's cool that we got them. So I do like how this version of R2, it's very utilitarian. Like, he really is like the astromech droid. Like, checking out this picture right here where he has all of the tools coming out of the flaps, I think that's really cool. I also like, I believe the head pops up and there's like holders for all of his add-ons, so you can store everything inside the body. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I just want to get my hands on this R2. So that would be it for me for the Black Series. Really disappointed that there hasn't been anything new released for the Black Series Gamer series, which means nothing new has been released for Knights of the Old Republic. I had picked up all of those. I have Malik coming. I hope they didn't just end that line. At least if they did, at least we have Revan, Malik, and Bastila. We have those three, but there needs to be more. There's so many cool, like we need an HK. Like, there are so many cool characters that could come out of those movies. Oh, I have Nihilus too. I forgot about that. Not movies, video games. I'm sorry, it's early. I have Nihilus too. So like all of the Darths from all of the Sith Lords from the second game would be cool to get your hands on too. So yeah, I just hope that that line isn't finished. Marvel Legends has kind of a showing. We have the Marvel Legends series Spider-Man 77 movie figure, which is just wild to me. I do like Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, I'll show you another one in a second here, but this one, $24.97, this one's kind of cool. This one's kind of crazy. I like Spider-Man. I'm not that into collecting Spider-Man, but I can see a lot of collectors wanting to snag this up. Just for the insanity of, like, let me pull this up. The packaging alone, that retro 70s packaging with like the shadowing, like the staggering of the Spider-Man logo coming down off the side. That the packaging alone looks really cool to me. And I think that and this other Spider are it for Marvel Legends. Yeah, the only other thing we have for Spider-Man is one that I had talked about during the Marvel Legends fan stream that I was really excited about, the Marvel Legends series Gamerverse Spirit Spider. This is from Spider-Man 2, the PlayStation game. It's Spider-Man with a flaming skull for a head. How can you not love that? How can you not want to snag that and put that next to your Ghost Rider? Like, that just looks cool. I never read the story that had Spirit Spider in it. It came out of Hulk. But I don't need to read the story to know that dude looks really cool. There's very little spider going on for him, except for like the spider logo on his chest that I believe is molded into the buck. So like he kind of just looks like a ghost with a flaming head. And I'm cool with that too. But I'm definitely going to try to snag up one of those as well. Now, the one that is my #1 go-to, which probably shouldn't surprise anybody, is this madman. I just talked about him when I was doing the Raptor video earlier this week, card and link right there. And it is the G.I. Joe Classified Series #159, Richard Crystal Ball King. Crystal Ball was a huge joke in the vintage line, and what they've done with him for the classified line just really like reinvigorates the character. That Cthulhu ram head that you can swap out for him, like the ghost snakes that fit on his shield. Even the revolver that he comes with, it looks like it has a snake coiled around the barrel. The ghost flame sword. Like, I don't know what's really going on with him. I'm curious to read like his write-up on the Hasbro Pulse website once it goes live there. But it looks like they're kind of doing like a sort of scarecrow type thing with him, that like he can hypnotize you, use fear, he can sort of like appear to you as this demonic thing. That's just awesome. That's just really awesome. He's my #1 grab today. Gotta get him. And also, remember, a lot of these are going to go live on the Hasbro Pulse website as well. I don't think premium members are going to get a jump on it. Not that that seems to matter anymore, because a lot of the times whenever we get the email, they've already gone live. And they've been live for like half an hour. Like, let's not talk about Breaker and what happened with all of that. But I don't know. It just feels like the premium membership is only really saving us whenever we don't have to pay for shipping for the HasLabs. The premium membership just really seems to be... That's a discussion for another time. Let's not get into that. Let's just keep talking about Crystal Ball and the rest of the Marvel figures that will be going up for pre-order during the CollectorCon, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and also on Hasbro Pulse website, limited amounts. Don't be surprised if they sell out on Hasbro Pulse really fast. But last year, they didn't seem to sell out as quickly on the Walmart site because it is a 2-day event, and last year they seemed to have stock pretty well of figures on both Thursday and Friday. And what I mean by that is, let's check, this guy out. This is what I picked up at the CollectorCon, the last CollectorCon of 2024. This is the Skeletor vintage figure. As a matter of fact, I may be doing a video and just posting this tomorrow because it doesn't look like there's going to be much to talk about for day 2 of the CollectorCon, because it looks like everything's just going live today, and it doesn't look like there's going to be that much. But this I ordered on the 2nd day of the CollectorCon last year, last winter, whatever you want to call it. And I still got it. It still came. I had a delay in shipping, which kind of made me clench up a little bit. I thought it was going to get canceled, but I ordered it on the second day. I got my Skeletor, and he looks really cool. I have to admit, he looks really cool. Looking forward to opening this guy up. So I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I don't think there's as big of a threat as sellout as there is for the Target Fall Geek Out. It seems like Walmart just keeps the pre-orders open and is like, go for it. I've never really had an order canceled from Walmart. I know some people have. I've never had an order canceled from Walmart. Most of my cancellations have happened from Target, with a few that came out of Amazon when I was still ordering from them too. So I'm not guaranteeing all of this stuff will still be there, but I feel like there's a better chance for this than there is for Target. Now, like I said, there's some other things. There are Transformers, some Prime Deluxe figures. Playmates has something really interesting. The Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Military Turtles figure 4-pack bundle. It's $45.97, and it looks like a reissuing of the Playmates Military Turtles that comes in a collector box. How do you feel about this? I think this is interesting. I think this could be interesting. I think this could be pretty cool. I think, though, also this is just Playmates capitalizing on, the nostalgia of the Turtles and just remaking some of their old molds. $45.97. I don't think that's too bad. There's 4 figures in there, so that's about, around $11 and some cents per figure. So I don't think that's a bad deal at all. Plus, you get a lot of accessories with each turtle, and they have pretty unique looks. I didn't collect turtles in the 90s. I know, heresy. So I don't know how rare of a grab these are on the secondary market. I do really dig Michelangelo in his scuba gear. I think that looks pretty cool. But like I said, this is a 2-day affair, but I don't think there's going to be anything new released. If there is, I'll be here tomorrow morning. Otherwise, look for that video of Skeletor. Well, look who made it to the end, you legend. If you made it this far, please give the video a like and consider subscribing while you're clicking buttons down there. If you already are a subscriber, I want to thank you for taking time and hanging out with me and talking toys again. If you like what we do here and you want to help the channel out, please consider becoming a member of the Steel Core. You can do so by channel memberships or by becoming a monthly subscriber to my Ko-fi page. Link in the description below. Core members get access to members-only exclusive videos, the Discord server, and eventually members-only live streams, all for just $1 per month. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.